Hey, Billy, you used to blow bubbles as a kid, right?
Not falling for it. Good
Oh,
try.
come on!
That was good. That was
You
good.
son of a bitch!
That was good.
No.
Actually, yes, I did.
No.
Yum, 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 yum.
I'm so mad. Billy, you look like you walked into the barbershop and asked for a haircut.
Don't
A
do it.
person who keeps their troops until 1700 for no reason.
Facts,
His
dude.
regular wasn't there.
Yeah, she wasn't. She wasn't. I was so fucking mad. This lady butchered my hair. This is the shortest it's fucking been. It went from the longest it was since I've been out to the shortest.
Yeah, you were looking pretty rough.
I was looking like a fucking.
It looks like you white glove
middle-aged
an
homeless
engine
guy.
room while underway.
You're fucking dick.
I was wondering if I could kick this off with something controversial.
Well, Billy has
I'm
to
gonna do it
introduce
anyways.
first, but then yes.
So, not only would I choose the bear over the man, I choose the bear beer over all of them.
Oh my
Same.
god. Oh my god. I can't.
I think those might have been some of my
can't.
favorite. Those might have been some of my favorite conversations this year. Just like when the Me Too movement came around and everybody was like hashtag Pound Me Too. That fucking that fucking fireballed super quick. But the now it's the all these women are choosing bears over men. That lasted for like a week while the internet was watching. Was like, hold my fucking beer. And then it turned out, to be probably the funniest thing I'm going to see all year. I'm waiting for it to get dethroned.
Oh, hello, Ash.
Is it Ash or Ashley? I don't really care. I already said Ashley. I'm sticking with it.
She goes by Ash.
Yeah. So
Jeannie, I mean, her name was up there. That's probably the giveaway.
Well,
she'll also go by your house if you invite her.
What was the point with that commentary?
For pizza,
I've been drinking.
Or
there's no point to it. There's no point to the majority of this.
Actually, what are you drinking, Hugh? What are you drinking?
Oh, I'm drinking a rum and coke in my classic maker's mug that I haven't used in a long time.
So we talked about this here, that the Basil Hayden subtle smoke.
Oh, that was so good.
Right.
So good.
Stuff was it did not last long.
No,
and this one obviously is bottle number 2 is fucking
nice.
Fucking go pretty quick there.
So Jeannie, you've been
proud. I drink less than everybody else.
I mean, like pound for pound or by volume? Like what kind of screwed up schedule are you working here? Like I can lift more than my sister because I'm bigger than her, but like pound for pound, she's stronger than I am. So like what are we talking
I overconsumed.
That's not a real thing, Billy. You're an American.
That's facts. Good point. Thanks for reeling
me back.
He
does make a good point. He does. Yeah, he makes a good point.
True. So, Jeannie, you have been out of the Air Force for all of 8 seconds, and as far as I understand, you've had it stuck to you 2 or 3 times already. Septum piercing and a nose ring, right?
Oh yeah. You like those? Like this? Wait, yeah, right there.
Yeah.
This fucking so funny.
Nice. And what's next?
Yeah, on a whim today.
You're gonna go like blue hair and get a cat, or
we're gonna pass on the cat thing.
Start living in a van down by the river.
I mean, to be fair, I don't have anything against cats except everything. So I'm really hoping that my friend Mary, here by Mary, down in Panama City, Florida, she is. Do y'all remember that girl? So, side note, y'all remember that little girl that went like super viral because her mom shaved like half the side of her head and like dyed her hair like these incredible colors?
Yes.
No, but also because I don't really see that as being an issue.
Yeah, well, half the world did. Anyhow, so that's my friend Mary, and that's her daughter.
Shit.
So, I'm really hoping, here by Mary, Panama City, Florida, I'm really hoping she gets a cancellation because I initially scheduled on the 30th, and I was like, I'm actually going to be in Panama City Center.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I just said, hey, artistic freedom. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So you're on the road for how long?
About 5 more weeks.
In North Carolina or in a bunch of other states?
No, I am heading to on Friday morning. I'm heading to Virginia Beach and then out to Stanton, and then I'm gonna try and get to Nashville, but likely Alabama, Florida, Mississippi, Louisiana, then New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado, Nebraska.
I need to interrupt you real quick, Billy.
Yep.
Put up Ash's last comment, please.
Who?
Ash, put up her most recent comment, please.
No, I'm not doing it. Nope, not doing it.
Do it.
Oh,
Do it.
fuck.
Do it. Do it. Do it. It's always true, and honestly, it's the hardest thing to admit.
I'm done. I'm done with that.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Ash. You know, right here. All right. So, what is?
I'm not pinning it, Ash. Stop. Stop. You're being
what
obnoxious.
is? What are you driving? Actually,
My Subaru.
Your Subaru.
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 It's got a nice little cross track.
Are you?
Battery died the day that I left.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun.
Or rather, right before I left.
Subaru is only good for getting in car accidents, not for longevity. That's what their commercials say anyway.
Surprisingly, the only accident I've had was in my FJ. So there's that.
Yeah. All right. I want to hear a terrible story. I want to hear a terrible story. I've been trying to hold off. We've been on there for 6.5 minutes. I want to hear you say some terrible shit about the Air Force. No names.
Oh, I once had a flight commander that bullied me so bad I ended up putting myself in IOP.
Oh, there it is.
So for those that don't know what IOP is, what is IOP?
It's an intensive outpatient program.
Oh.
Yeah. Her name rhymes with
don't do it.
Kristen Bread. You know, we'll just go with that. Yeah, she was probably the third worst human being that I know next to my mom and her husband.
And Satan. Okay,
wow.
good talk.
Yeah.
Worse than Kim Jong-un and Hitler combined.
So you checked yourself into IOP?
I did. Yeah. Sure did. So y'all know I was hit head on by a drunk driver like 6 years ago. It was so bad, and she allowed like so much to happen with like other airmen and NCOs bullying me that on that 55-minute drive to work, all I could think about was a car running me off the road. Not to delete myself, mind you, just so I didn't have to go to work. Damn ladder before you. What ladder? I didn't touch a ladder.
Turn around.
The fuck would I need to move a ladder for? This isn't my house.
Because it's in frame. That's where she was going. Because it's in frame.
Oh my god. It's that serious.
Well, I mean,
sorry.
Still in frame.
Sorry, guys.
Could have just laid it down. Just standing up.
I'm sure I could have.
Now she's just gonna shift her chair to the left. We're just gonna have to see it again.
You would be funny if fucking the door opened up and the ladder went flying across the room.
No.
You know, you're not even like the 19th person I've heard a story like that from. I was recently talking with a friend of mine out in California who got a TBI on one of his deployments, and anyways, he got a TBI while he was on deployment, and the command tried to cover it up and try to say that it wasn't work related.
Really?
Yeah, they were like not gonna. Yeah, it was the command was like, we're not gonna send you to medical. We're like, take some Tylenol. You're okay. Like, bro, motherfucker got a TBI. Like, he's got to have he's got like 50 reminders on his phone. Like, his wife has got to like make a schedule and everything and remind him of shit all the time. Like, you're just gonna try to sweep that under the fucking rug? That was his senior chief. That was his E8.
Mm.
Yeah, not tens, many of them.
Not tens. No.
What I can say though is like overall, my career was pretty fantastic overall. And working in the mental health field was just as rewarding as it was traumatizing, I guess you could say, just specifically patient and duty wise. But man, while I've made some of the greatest friends in my career field, I have met some of the most awful people that's in that leadership.
Yeah, we have all heard some horror stories about people who go like reach out for mental health like while on active duty. And he's like, they said what? I don't know
so much about that. I just mean it like in regards to how like staff is treated by leadership.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's kind of icky.
Yeah, it really is.
When I was deployed the last time, I went to mental health and I was like, hey, listen, I was going to therapy before I got out here, and I'd just like to set up like every 3 weeks or 4 weeks, because I was going to be out there for a year, just like some check-ins, make sure the engine is running the way that it's supposed to. And they're like, we're not really set up for that. Like, What are you set up for?
Right.
Oh, we're really just here to like, when people are, kind of at the end of their rope. I'm like, if a motherfucker's cocking the shotgun, you're not helpful. Like that's
exactly.
What do you mean that's what you're here for? There's 5 of you bitches.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I still like I tell your story to other people talking about, look, this is why we do what we do in regards to prevention, so that it doesn't get to the point where people are literally hanging from the end of that rope.
Yeah.
But,
and it's wild that like staff in those communities, they didn't just like wake up one day as like E6s, E7s, E8s, E9s and be like, oh, I think I'm gonna go work in mental health. Like they've been doing it their whole career. And then to find out at various locations, depending on where you're stationed, how they treat their own staff and personnel. I'm like, you're fucking like your job. You're going to be seeing your own staff here as patients.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, I'll tell you, like a lot of the people, like when we're looking at overall like umbrella leadership over our career field, all of those people are phenomenal leaders. They've all known me since the enlisted. I really don't know who's in the officers' positions, honestly. But the enlisted that are there right now, they've all known me since the beginning of my career. Our overall functional manager, she even messaged me. She's like, I can't believe you're actually retiring before me. And I was like, man, there's a reason why you're a chief, because you're fucking awesome. She really is.
There's got to be something out there like nope, I lost it. It'll come back to me later.
Now, well.
Oh my god.
No, that's how it works sometimes, man.
Nope, it's gone. It's gone.
Yep.
It's gone.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
And there it went. Okay, good talk.
It's probably that TBI. You know what helps with that?
Alcohol. No, yeah, because rubbing alcohol is for outside wounds and drinking alcohol is for inside wounds.
That's fucking great. I never heard you say that in so long. It's a true statement, though. It's absolutely a true statement.
Completely subjective statement. Completely subjective.
Oh my god, we get it. You work in mental health.
Oh, such a dick. So, Jeannie, tell me this. Like,
yeah,
because we had this conversation a couple of days ago. Has it sunk in? Is it starting to sink in? You're like, have you reached for the uniform for like, oh fuck? Have you had that oh fuck moment where you woke up in the morning and thought you had to go to work?
No, not that. So actually went to go visit one of my old coworkers that lives out here. She was a civilian mental health tech with me at Schriever. Absolutely wonderful woman. Oh my gosh, I will love her for every day for the rest of my life. I was telling her, like, I'm still like half expecting that phone call or that text or something that says like, hey, shit just hit the fan. You have to come back right now. And then I'm like, wait a minute. They already said like, this is it. You've been given your retirement certificate. Like you're done.
It's like the equivalent of coming back from deployment and being like, oh shit, where's my weapon? And he's just waiting for a phone to go off and be like, oh shit, where's my uniform?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I got where my boots? Oh no, I gotta shave.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I think there's still like a lot of pressure to like find a place to live. And I mean, this now 5 weeks left of my road trip, finding a place to live. It still seems like work. Maybe once I'm actually settled, I don't know. I've had folks tell me like it took them a couple years to really like finally get into the groove of a new life and rediscovering who they are. I'm really hoping that, I'm really hoping that like I set myself up well enough with having like a ton of civilian friends and a ton of veteran friends that as far as like that support system goes, I've already got that. Like I don't have to worry about anything really, no matter where I go. And I know I'm one of the few fortunate ones that have that, and I definitely don't take it for granted. I'm just hoping that like that is kind of good enough for now until I figure the rest of things out.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Just take your time. You just gotta take your time. Don't rush it. Like, don't put that pressure on yourself. Like, it's not like this.
Under pressure.
That's fucking. I gotta be at work at 07 or I'm gonna fucking lose my rank type anxiety. You know what I mean? Just take your time. Like, the great part is you have, because you're on terminal, right?
I'm still on my 20-day PTDY. And then
so you're
terminal
getting
doesn't
active
start
duty pay
until
still. You're still getting active duty pay
to the end of September.
Yeah. So just
Yeah.
enjoy it. Just fucking enjoy it and just take your time. And you'll have that aha moment where you know like where you're gonna live is the right spot. Just enjoy
that's
it.
what you're looking for too, is that clarity. I know Billy and I have talked about it before. The majority of my office is run by a bunch of retired white anchor wearing people from the Navy, and bless them, they at least got out of the Navy and do exactly what they did in the Navy. So their transition was significantly easier.
Yeah.
When you get out of the military, whatever field it is you go into, it's not always people who are like-minded, people who were in the same community. And so your transition is a lot harder because you still want to say things like Roger, aye, understood, hurt, if you're, swing that way. There's just all kinds of like terms and phrases that you use. The rest of your coworkers are like,
I just got it.
There it is. Yeah. There are a lot of terms and phrases you use as a civilian when you're like going through this transition that your coworkers like, I really wish they wouldn't do that. Nobody's going to tell you, but that, you're clearly not.
I don't know. Air Force medical is totally different. We really don't have too many things that we would say in the civilian world that we
but there's habits. Habits are hard to break too. Being 15 minutes early, even though you don't have to.
Why can I not sleep past 6 a.m.?
Yeah,
I can't sleep past 6 a.m.
Yeah, Jeannie, it's been I've been out for almost 10 years. If past 7 o'clock, I start having anxiety. I'm like, oh, fucking day's screwed. Like it's just
I got blackout drunk Friday and was still up at 6:30 on Saturday. Yeah, the body.
Yes,
the body does.
This past Saturday morning, that same thing happened to me.
What? Did you get blackout drunk Friday, Billy? Did you have some sort of guest or something?
He might have got turned.
Jeannie's liver, the hardest working liver in the Midwest, visited. Being 15 minutes early when you don't have to be, responding to emails. Oh, this is the weird one that gets me. I know that you both do this. When you respond to an email, your signature block is there even when you respond, right?
Yeah,
they don't do that in the civilian world. That's not a thing.
No, they don't.
You had it the first email. They're not putting it on in the second one. And they don't do greetings. Like every email I send, I'm like, good morning, good afternoon, gender, body.
I still put very respectfully.
Thanks in advance. I have V/R because they're 50-50. But civilians send emails. Like the first one is full formal. The second one is like info done.
See, I had one of my clients.
I know Jeannie's over there. Like, what the?
I feel like we learned that in elementary school. No, it wasn't elementary school. It was junior high for me because I'm old as fuck. And we're
calling it seasoned. We're calling it seasoned.
It was my second year in the Navy.
Season, yeah. I don't know. That's just weird. Just weird. Speaking of apparently weird things, can I subject change?
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it anyways. Hugh, did you know that when you are driving or in a passenger seat of a vehicle, when passing a cemetery, you're supposed to lift your feet and hold your breath?
Really?
Lick your feet?
No, lift.
Like lift your feet.
I was going to say,
and hold your breath.
I think we all know that now that we're all in our 30s, Billy's 40s, we are not getting our feet up to our mouth. That's just not happening. Okay, and our watchers are veterans who have injuries.
They're not
only fans.
Okay, you're supposed to lift your feet off the deck of the car and hold your. I knew the hold your breath part. Why the feet thing?
So the spirits don't grab onto your feet or ankles.
Bitches, just take me. Just make it fast. That's all I ask. It's just like, remember when you were a kid, you couldn't leave your foot out in front of the blanket because the monster would get you? I sleep on top of the covers naked now. You get what you get.
So, I tell this to Billy, and Billy's like, "What the fuck? What?"
No, stop.
And now he's like, "Oh my god! Now the girls are gonna be in the car. I'm gonna be like, hold your breath, girls, raise your feet."
Jeannie, first off, Jeannie didn't tell me as she's driving 70 down the fucking highway.
Sure.
Okay,
I was doing 40
over.
Thank you. She's fucking driving, and then she goes, "Why aren't you lifting your feet?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is happening
That's
right
like
now?
when
What
you're
are you,
speeding around traffic and somebody
fat
shouts
ass
and you're
is
like,
trying to eat a fucking cheeseburger or whatever the fuck we just got, and I'm like,
Bojangles.
what are you talking about?
oh, that's okay. Go on.
It was
Yeah.
fucking
Glossing
just so absurd.
glossing
I've
over
never
that.
heard of it.
I remember we used
True
to do the hold the breath going past the cemetery or going through tunnels. The
tunnels, and you make a
problem
wish.
with tunnels is that I would slow down in tunnels.
You asshole. We getting the
Facts.
What you got, Ash? Show us. No, but
And
real
awkward quietness.
I didn't.
quietness.
I was thinking about the feet thing, like that's weird. That feels like a nowadays thing. Like, do you guys remember the pass out game?
Where you like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah,
press
yeah,
on
so
the chest.
stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's so stupid.
sure. Anyways, my parents played that game. So what am I? I'm 36. So Debbie is 36, turning 37. She played that game in high school, although it was called Space Monkey. So the feet up off the floor thing just feels like some dumbass millennial Gen Z addition to make it their own. Because I recognize like the hold your breath thing, but it feels like a new addition.
Ever since I was a kid.
I don't know. I'm not buying it.
There's that.
Well, then let him take me.
Go fuck yourself.
Well, just let him take me. Honestly, it doesn't need to be that fast. I just want to have a really cool afterlife body.
Gross.
I'm still trying to think of that fucking thing I was trying to remember earlier with the mental health people being dickheads to their staff. I had a whole. It's not even like I didn't even make it up. Like the second part I knew, but there's a whole mental health thing of it. It'll come back to me later. We got 40 more minutes.
All right. Good shit. Good shit.
Oh my god.
So yeah, ghost grabbing your feet, retirement stuff. I know. If I came back as a ghost, would I be the ghost that tries to grab the feet?
Like if that's how you died?
Yeah.
Well, I imagine you could grab whatever you want to, because there's probably no sexual assault when you're a ghost.
If I was a ghost, if I was gonna do that, I want to fucking hurt people because I'd be pissed off that I'm a fucking ghost. Oh yeah,
That's
fucking blow.
What would you be mad about, dude? You can fly and go through walls.
Just fucking blow.
True too.
I'm not even mad. I'm just like, thank God, let's do this.
He's like, I am not a physical entity on this earth anymore. Like
I'm gonna be.
He's been trying to delete himself. Like how many times?
I'm gonna
6
be
billion
half in and
times.
half out of anything at all times. I'm just
That's what
perpetually
she
gonna be.
said.
That's what you are now.
Hey,
hey, how you doing? Hey, welcome to Liberty Risk.
That's exactly what it's gonna be like. No,
like do some crazy shit, like blow out people's tires on the fucking freeway, like the front driver's side and the back passenger side tires.
Dude, you need to talk to somebody about that.
Just fucking watch their cars get fucking tossed around.
I'd be the ghost that sits in the back seat and like suddenly appears.
Yes, this one.
You know what? I like
poster bath. Like fuck
I like the idea of listening to one person tell another person a secret and then being behind them and be like, I heard everything you said.
Or be like an instigator, be like, he is fucking your sister. Like just stupid shit.
Yeah. Do it.
Yeah. Ooh, kind of making them think that like they're hearing voices. Planting the seed.
I mean, they
like
would.
Have you watched that show Evil?
I've seen a couple episodes. I couldn't really get into it.
Well, we know Jeannie has. She's a white woman in America, and that's the Roman Empire, the murder stuff. But for myself, no.
My next murder doc.
Oh yeah, it was was it fucking murder docies and horror movies was the only thing allowed to be played on the fucking television.
Horror movies?
What?
Horror.
Excuse me.
Horror.
No, horror movies.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
no.
Okay, I was just
fucking Katie Ann. I don't care that I haven't seen you in 5 years. You better not fuck up my Netflix algorithm. What's funny is we actually saw each other 2 years ago and we both forgot. And then today I had a Facebook memory that we saw each other 3 years ago as well, and we forgot that. So,
you guys sound like good friends.
Besties.
Yeah, right?
Besties. Yeah, it sounds so like it. Yeah, good talk.
Oh God, we're awful. Absolutely awful.
Great.
I'm gonna need a
Yeah, I try to. So I got a Billy's daughter. I'm gonna start sending her a list of all the murder docs to watch.
Oh, my daughter loves them. She fucking loves them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So my brother got his daughter a phone, and it comes with
How old
that
is she?
12, and it comes with that program like woof, bark, dog, something. It's like a monitoring software that the phone comes with.
Okay. Or just get them an Apple phone and do the same thing, but keep going.
No. This, like, if she texts swear words, it sends him a message like, "Hey, she used this word." Or if like somebody messages her a swear word, it says, "Hey, this word was used."
Yeah, it's I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't think of what the it's like the literal. It's like the digital leash. It's like back in the 80s when your little bastard child was walking through the mall and you had the extendo leash on their backpack. This is the digital version of that.
Okay, stop right there.
You had a leash, didn't you?
No. But we were at the mall one time.
Even in your closet?
Yes. I was with my buddies. This is when there was no fucking ready. This is gonna sound funny. No cell phones, no internet, and all this shit. We're walking around the fucking
I
mall.
remember those days. Those were dark
the 5
days.
of us, right? Yeah. My buddy sees this fucking lady walking her 3 kids. She's got those fucking leashes around her wrist, and there's 3 kids tethered to her fucking wrist. He runs in
I don't see the
to
problem.
the Hallmark store, asks the lady behind the counter, goes, "Do you have a pair of scissors?" And she's like, "Yeah." He grabs it, and they're like the big fucking construction, like fucking, they look like fucking hedge clippers, right? The big orange handled scissors, runs out, gets behind this fucking lady, and cuts all 3 fucking cords. And these kids scatter like fucking roaches when the lights come on. Fing!
So you understand now why she needed the damn leashes?
Great. Who gives a fuck?
Because they suck.
Yeah.
So anyway,
and they were definitely had 3 different fathers. You could tell.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Like the printer started running out of ink when you go left and right.
It was. You could tell.
So he's got this program on the phone for his kid, and I was like, "Well, all right, give me her cell phone number so I can block her." And so he has to go in and like add the phone number to her address book. So we added it, and it was like 5 seconds later. She's like, "Hi, Uncle Q. It's your favorite niece." I was like, "It's not a good start, sweetie. It's not a good start."
No, it's not.
So this is how good this program is. I kind of don't really want to. I don't know the name of it, and I wouldn't support like one brand unless it was going to give me money. And it was like, I texted her. I was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, I'm with Danny and Pop Pop. We're at the commissary." I was like, "Oh, tell Pop Pop not to get beer. I told him I would bring some today."
It's bark, by the way.
Thank you. See, I knew it was a dog term. Bark, give us money. And so it flagged it to my brother's phone. It said there's a conversation about drugs and alcohol. And I just said, "Don't bring beer." And I was like, you know what? At least it's like that good. Like he can monitor everything she searches, every image that gets sent, every video, every Google search, everything. And it's like a Samsung Galaxy A8 or some shit like that, or 8A or whatever. So it's like an older phone, but it's an older code, sir, but it checks out.
$14 a month. I just looked it up.
Anybody? Billy got it.
I didn't even hear what you said. Sorry, I totally spaced. I legit.
It's an older code,
like 3 minutes ago.
It's an older code, sir, but it checks out. Empire? All right, whatever. No, return. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, that shit was fucking funny. I texted my 12-year-old niece, "Tell Pop Pop, I'll get beer." Flagged.
Be like,
"Did your kid have a cell phone yet?"
Be like, "He wants cigarettes too." Like,
did your kid have a phone yet?
Mine?
I got her number.
Yeah.
How else do you think I'm sending her like the goriest, murderiest documentary links ever? But Billy was even gonna let me bring her to watch Deadpool.
Yeah, he told me he was gonna bring her to watch Deadpool.
Yeah.
I really wish I could have brought her.
Yeah,
So fucking fantastic.
I don't need bark. I just fucking put the fear of God into them.
I don't even think.
I'm not trying to be funny, but like, no, I just have like.
It was like, "Oh, Maron, you look at this on your phone. You dishonor on me, dishonor on your mother."
Not even like you don't even understand. She is literally the most polite, respectful, well-behaved kid that I've ever met in my entire life.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, she's been
You
listening to
did
Billy
good,
talk about
Billy. You did
She's
good.
been listening to Billy talk about the terrible decisions his friends make, us included, and she's like, "Fuck that! That sounds terrible."
No. She said, "I'm the coolest friend ever."
Oh my god, Jeannie.
Or something like that.
We're all the coolest.
So you know when you're 12 years old, like when you get to hang out with adults, like you get to hang out with adults, it was cool. You know what I mean?
Oh
like,
yeah, I can't get my niece to go away so I can swear.
Well, not in my house. To be fuck, I don't give a fuck. I asked my daughter, I'm like, "Did you clean your fucking room today?"
No, I want to say like some terrible, heinous shit when we're drinking at the bar, but she's like, "I want to hang out," and I'm like, "No."
But she hung out. She hung out till.
Oh, Ash said some shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, I want to say like whenever my brother runs his mouth, I'm gonna be like, "Nobody loves you." Come.
Yeah, Ash. I had to. Ash said something. I was just like, I'm like, oh, and then they realized what happened. And then I was luckily, I was like, Gabby, sorry, you, okay. But the best thing was I asked my daughter, I was like, Gab, did you hear that? She goes, no, Daddy, I wasn't listening.
That's Daddy's little
thank
alibi.
you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
You're like, that's Daddy's little alibi, girl.
Yeah.
Daddy's making bad decisions and you didn't hear it. Ah, winning.
It was great.
No, but I appreciate
so
that, GD. She is a good kid, and she's pretty fucking awesome. She is.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did right.
He did hear my conversation though when I was trying to get my ID mailed out to me, because I left it in the uniform that I wore to my retirement.
Yeah.
And my buddy asked me like, "What are you trying to do? Are you trying to get onto an installation?" I was like, "Fuck no! I'm trying to get some edibles." So yeah.
Is a driver's license not good enough?
I don't know. I have a North Dakota driver's license.
It's good enough. So let me tell you about my trip. Let me tell you about my trip to California and the bad decisions I made there.
Let's hear it. Oh no, you already sold me. I could have fucking shook you. I could have shook you. Oh my god.
Waimea,
this is the most idiotic shit ever.
Port Waimea Naval Base, one of my favorite installations. Very pretty. Yep. As you're just stroking. Do that again. Just one more time. Oh yeah, there we go. Hit spot. Anyway, it's fucking rubbed this side, you weird fucking wackadoo. Right across from the base over there is a huge dispensary. A huge one. So me and my buddies went. And we all bought a lot. A lot. We're talking 4 figures worth of shit. A lot. Walked out with 2 bags in each hand. Shopping bags full of shit. Put it back in my car. And then proceeded to drive on the base. And go back to the Navy Lodge. And all being former Master at Arms, started partaking in the dispensary items. Yes, it was.
Sam approves.
It was great.
This dude seriously sat there and was just like, if you're retired or if you're a spouse, it doesn't matter. No,
it's fine.
No, not on a federal installation. He'd have gone like pound me in the ass prison for that.
Welcome to the DD214 club.
Yeah.
The give a fuck isn't just love. It's just a whole new category.
I don't have it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So during a fire.
Oh, the real ID is for the discount, by the way.
When you get your DD214 though, Jeannie, make sure you keep the original. The one that's ink signed. Remember this, ink signed.
Ink signed?
And
you want an ink signed, right?
A protective sleeve.
Are you high now?
No, this is real shit. Get a protective sleeve and tuck that, and first have them before they give it to you. Make 10 copies.
Put a condom and tuck it in.
No. Listen, this is real talk now. No jokies. This is not jokey time. Before they give it to you, because they're going to hand it to you with the personnel department, have them make 10 copies of each one. Take the copies, put them in a folder. The originals need to get tucked away safely. Like get the protective sleeve and tuck them away and just leave them be.
Yeah, I just print them off.
Yeah, Billy, we don't get paid in cash anymore. We have computers.
You need that original copy though. That's what you're really waiting for.
It's never mattered.
Copy.
Not anymore. We have the computer.
Yes, absolutely it does.
100%
it does.
Nope, definitely printed it off 19 times. Nope, not even once.
Not so much.
Hundy P.
Print it off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Print
Don't
it
give
off.
you a white
It's
copy anymore.
literally printed off.
It's so funny you say that, like, to talk about the DD214 thing. During a fire drill last week, one of the guys that works in the office with me, he was like, hibbity bibbity, I'm a retired chief. And I was like, nobody fucking cares, dude. I got I was like, I got 5 DD214s. I'm 5 times a veteran you'll ever be. And he just fucking looked at me like,
so
he's like, what do you say to that? Like, he's not wrong. He's out of line, but he's not wrong either. What fucking amateur numbers, bro? You got 5 of those bitches. He's like,
Man,
no.
It's seriously so fucking it irks the shit out of me. Those folk that like made being a veteran their personality.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like,
that's what I'm telling you.
Do you have anything else to do?
Go work in your community after the military, transitioning from military to civilian life, not gender wise, is significantly more difficult.
You don't know my life.
True that, because there's not a pamphlet, there's not a how-to in how to be a civilian now after 20 fucking years. And it's just one of the most heinous things ever when people are like, oh, we've been doing it the same way for 20 years. Well, 20 years ago, the iPod came out, and the duty cell phone in the military was like the gray one that was like this big with the antenna that you like wore on your belt clip horizontally. That's what happened 20 years ago. I get porn on my phone now, bro. Like, that's the world that we live in. I can get the world's information and porn and the dark web for $55 a month thanks to T-Mobile. That's the world that we live in now. We used to have to remember, like, when DSL internet was like $95 and your parents
remember when you can only send a certain amount, you couldn't make unlimited calls until after 9 p.m.
Right? Remember when you had to have minutes? Remember when T-Mobile or Verizon or whatever it was like,
I don't know how many times I told people, I'm like, bro, I don't have many minutes left. I'll call you after 9.
Yeah. Dude,
not just that, 10 cents to send a text and 5 cents to receive one.
Right? Remember when logging onto the internet on your cell phone used to cost $5 minimum?
No, I never had that. Instead, I had 55 different usernames through the AOL CDs.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Every time somebody's like, "Oh, that's the way we've always done it," I'm like, "Yeah, listen, you used to get paid in cash too, and now you can't get a federal job without a debit card account, and that's a fact. So maybe let's put that kind of mentality behind us."
That was a very long rant just to explain that we can print DD214s now.
Yeah, Billy.
But thank you for the time and effort. Thank you for the time and effort.
Yeah,
I literally was just this was retold to me just recently at the NOSC.
Oh, it's called NRC now.
Okay.
It was called.
God, you're fucking old, bro.
No, it's not his fault. It's not his fault.
In a very long time ago.
It was called NRC in the early 2000s. Then somebody retired, so they changed it to NOSC because he needed a star and a fucking ribbon. And then some other stupid cunt retired again, and now it's NRC again. So we've come full circle. It's not Billy. It's not Billy's fault. I mean, he is old. That
sounds similar to E9 Cody. E9 Cody. We don't call him chief because he definitely did not have the qualities of a chief. He decided it was a really great idea to make these leadership courses, course 14 and course 15, which cost very phenomenal airmen their careers. And then the moment E9 Cody was replaced, they got rid of it because it was fucking stupid. As stupid as E9 Cody.
I hear the Army's having the same problem with recruitment. Apparently, the Rock and is it UFL? Is that what it was? The other football league for the spring?
I think so.
No, Extreme XFL, whatever it is.
XFL. Thank you. It was XFL.
Apparently, the Army had a whole deal, like $11 million deal with that football league and the Rock, and he didn't post enough things on social media. And apparently, the big nerds over at Big Army used these metrics and said, technically, this $11 million lost us 34 recruits.
No.
Yeah. So some jackass who's sitting over there like, guys, I got this great fucking idea. You're going to love it. You know The Rock, right? You like extreme football? Listen to this. That motherfucker should be fired. $11 million, and we could actually calculate that we lost a specific number of recruits. Oh, kick rocks, bro.
Well, now they're giving away a PS4, so there's that.
You can't recruit 18-year-olds with an out-of-date system. Poor people, maybe, who don't have
the
one.
PS4 isn't the newest one?
No, it's a 5.
Oh, no, that's what I meant.
Okay, that would work.
That's what I meant. Yeah,
it's like when you. It's like
that.
Just like the PS4 just came out last week.
My immediate thought was like when you're like, you know, a brand new E1 with you go buy a new Charger or Challenger for like a 27% interest. Yeah, and then you roll on base and you're like bragging about it. You're like, oh, you didn't even get the 5.0, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Couldn't even get the best one. 3.5. Okay.
The PS4 comment is not the worst, the stupidest thing even that I've said in the last 2 days. I got so many states mixed up in y'all's little area. Totally forgot where Billy was from. I'm like,
when you say
I don't know.
Y'all, you mean New England,
Boston or something? I don't know. It's one of those chunks of places up there. No, he even told me like his folks live on Long Island, and I just
there you go.
That's my brain. Yeah. Yep.
That's all right. I was when I was on my last training, I told people I was from Maine, and they legitimately asked me where that was. I have adult people in my unit who don't know that Maine, one is a state or where it is.
One is a state.
Yeah, they don't know that.
That's
public
horrible.
school. Public school for you. I don't know if that's the case or not. It's just easy to shit on public school, just like airplane food and liberals. And the Coast Guard, but it's not their fault. The Space Force existed for 8 seconds.
I was about to say, who do we hate more, the Space Force or the Coast Guard?
Coast Guard.
We got the Space Force.
Space
Force existed for 8 seconds and was already a military branch. The Coast Guard has been around like third longest and is still Department of Transportation.
And the Coast Guard doesn't have a show that Steve Carell is the fucking star of.
Yeah, and when the government shuts down because of poor fucking spending, I got to do a fucking canned food drive to support all the Coast Guard personnel. Guess who you don't have to do that for? The Space
Force does not take PT tests.
Good.
It's evident.
Why should they? Have you ever ran in space?
You got to do a 2-mile run in moon boots.
Have you ever ran in space? Do you know that if Billy and I both go to space and push off of a fucking space shuttle at the same time, we move at the same speed because that's how gravity works in a vacuum? So who gives a shit if
do you realize that
mile and a half in 12 minutes?
None of them will go to space. Do you realize that?
Even better, they don't have to fight. They don't have to fight space Russians.
Space Russians? What the fuck is this? Hold on, stop.
We're gonna call them Spud Nuts.
Oh my God.
What? I can't. I'm fucking done.
Yeah, or Spud Nuts. I'm good either way.
Why are you like this?
Yeah, and the Coast Guard. I have a buddy that graduated high school with. He's a lieutenant in the Coast Guard, and he fucking started arguing with him one day. He's like, "The Coast Guard deploys." I'm like, "To fucking Lake Champlain? Like, that's not a fucking deployment, dude."
Yeah,
like,
you deploy under a banner of, you know, like attached to. It's just like the Air Force. Whenever the Air Force shows up to the Army base, aren't you obligated to be like, "Hello, Daddy, I'm here"?
No.
Because the Army Air Corps existed before the Air Force.
No.
You have to remind them. I had to tell somebody.
It did. Yes, it did. But
at least not for my job. For my job, like I landed in Bagram and then I was forward deployed, and I just had to let my folk back at Bagram know that we made it. That's it.
The Navy was like, we want to be involved. You know what? Let's send these motherfuckers individually. Hey, guess what? We're going to attach you to a Marine Corps unit.
I had to show somebody a history lesson to show them that the Navy SEALs were born of the Seabees, and it did not go well, if you can believe it.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And the Seabees did not exist until right towards the end of World War II.
March 1st or March 5th, 1942.
Yep.
When I saw a CB in Afghanistan, I was
kind of Hugh, like kind of.
That's when they were allowed to use
literally no water around here. I had no idea there was like a construction team of Navy personnel.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's
kinda
hilarious because like
it's
work
not
with
just construction; it's combat construction. Like
I work with a bunch of sailors, and they're like, "Oh, you're in the reserve. How much sea time do you have?" And I'm like, "I don't know, like none." And they're like, "But you've been in the reserve for so long." And I was like, "Yeah, as a man, being a CB."
as a man,
Yeah. Which is fun. It's funny. It's funny the first time, and then I look around the room and realize that only half the females are laughing. I was like, "I'm sorry that joke is not for you. It's for these cis dudes over here that think that's funny. I'm sorry." But no, I have more sea time now in my job working on a tugboat than I have ever had in uniform.
Oh my god!
I'm just out there like toot toot.
I got to find that picture of my grandfather in World War II because he was a CB, but he wasn't when the CBs. He wore the old patch right on his forearm.
Yeah,
the little square patch said the letter C and the letter B.
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the
That was like from
I gotta find that picture and send it to you. I've been meaning to.
Am I just now learning that CB is actually an acronym and not SEABEE?
Yeah. So CB
construction battalions,
which it's actually the title is Latin. It's Construmus Batumus, which is Latin for construction battalion.
Shit, you not. Anytime I've even texted a story, I've been like SEABEE.
Yeah, no, that's how we all spell it out. Nobody spells it CB. It was like 1941. It was like Pearl Harbor. They were like, cool, make the CBs. And then in March, they were like, all right, cool, you can call them CBs. Because like that time had elapsed. So they're like, hey, we just keep calling. Hey, we'll go get. So like if you ever watch the Green Berets, John Wayne says, oh, I've requisitioned some CBs to bring some sheet metal or whatever. That's how it used to be pronounced before they said CBs. They just put the emphasis on the wrong part of the syllable.
If you look at the logo, the B logo, they're holding a Tommy gun with a wrench and a hammer.
Yeah.
Because
mostly because we were born of gangsters. Actually, the average age of the CBs when they were recruited in World War II was 47. Because they were recruiting them right out of the unions and the trades.
And some of them were part of the mafia.
Yeah. Now it's like 32 and a whole other conversation I don't want to get into right now.
Yeah, they're when you're deployed with them, it's very interesting. It's they're their own. They're in the Navy, but they're not in the Navy. Like they're their own.
Oh yeah. I didn't
They literally just do whatever the fuck they want. Yeah.
I didn't work for
100%.
I didn't work for the Navy until my 5th deployment. And that's only because I went to CLDJ, which is a Navy base. But like the first two I worked for the Marines and then the Army and then Joint Task Forces out of Bragg. I worked for the Navy till my 5th deployment, and people like ask me like these questions about like decorum or whatever. I'm like, I got no fucking clue, dude.
The best is when I was deployed on my second ground tour, we had a CB reserve unit that was deployed with us, not attached to us. They were just there with us. And my fucking Master Chief was talking to this BU-1. He's like, BU-1, come over here. He's like, I need you to do something. He goes, did my UIC change? And the Master Chief's like, I don't know. He goes, no, it fucking didn't. Fuck off. And he just fucking walked away. Meaning, like,
more like UIC
attach your command?
Yeah, like, hey, did my unit change? Do I work for you now? No, fuck off, bro.
Yeah, no, fuck off. I'm not doing shit.
And he's a reservist, so like and
he's reservist. He doesn't give a shit. What are you gonna do? Fire me? Okay,
X number of days, he gets to go home and be a civilian again.
Yeah, like he doesn't give a shit. It was fucking hilarious.
It's funny too because I said that to somebody in my office recently. They're kind of pissing me off. I was like, man, you keep this up, I'm gonna grab some fucking orders. I'm gonna really fuck you guys up.
Yeah, it's
I'll be gone for 90 to 180 days, like over fucking night. See if I won't do it.
But the crazy part is, if you need a
fucking Hugh, he's like, yeah, I'll take the year trip to Africa. It'll be great.
Do podcasts in front of the fucking coffee hooch.
I can't do that anymore, but I can go support my community. So I can go spend like 6 months down in Tampa, or 6 months in Little Creek, 6 months in San Diego. I know, right? But and then after 6 months, when I'm tired of wearing the uniform and shaving, I'll be like, I guess I'll go back. Oh wait, I'm going home in March. Let's extend till June when the weather's right.
And you've done that multiple times. The fucked up part is, so we were supposed to do shows with Jeannie. Yeah, and he'll be like, hey dude, I know we were supposed to fucking record this Sunday, but I felt like going to San Diego for training, and then he'll fucking do the show from this balcony in this fucking beautiful.
I remember that. I remember that from UP.
He didn't even have the fucking decency to call me. He would text me this shit. I was so fucking pissed.
Dude, dude was like half the time, no t-shirt on with a fucking cigar talking about that. See that lieutenant right there? Blah, blah. I remember all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, and
the agreement was that we do the show. You didn't say I had to be at home doing it.
That's facts. But it's coming from a place of pure jealousy. That's where this is all coming from.
Oh no, I get that.
I'm admitting this.
Yeah.
Second week in August, I'll be in San Diego. We can do another one.
Fuck. So, was that the weekend of the 9th?
Yes.
Oh, dude, I'll be up in the mountains. I'll do one from the. We'll do it. I'll be up in the fucking mountain.
Way.
Yeah, I'm fucking 3 hours away, but I'm up in the mountains. Up in the nice mountains.
Billy in the mountains.
I will be in Panama City.
We'll have you on the show. This will be fucking great.
I will sit on the fucking beach in a lot of shade. Probably more like at a bar next to the beach.
Cover yourself in canola oil and just raw dog the sun.
Today, Junior.
Yeah, whatever. Cool, do it.
And raw dog the sun. Jesus
raw dog.
Christ.
Right?
Damn it! I still can't.
No, the first thing I bought when I got to North Carolina was SPF 70.
Oh.
Yeah. That'd be fucking funny as shit. But no, it's
I'll turn purple, it'll peel off, and then I'm clear again.
I still can't think of that fucking thing I was trying to think of earlier, man. The fucking mental health staff abusing their people is like.
I found this old recruiting poster of the fucking CBs. Enlist with the CBs. Inquire at any U.S. Navy recruiting station. U.S. Navy Bureau of Yards and Docks.
Yep. Before it was Admiral Morrell was the Bureau of Yards and Docks before he was made the father of the Seabees, before it was Naval Engineering Command, which I'm pretty sure is a predecessor to NAVFAC, Naval Facilities Engineering Command.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. 100%.
You know, if there's one thing I can say that is pretty freaking awesome about the Marine Corps and the Navy is that y'all have your history on point.
Yeah,
we know what we're expected to know. I think we know what we're expected to know.
Well, the other thing too is I don't know if the other branches do this. When we take our advancement exams to get promoted,
there's a history section.
A major portion.
Yeah, there's a history section.
For you guys,
half of a promotion exams for the Air Force is history. The other half is on your career field.
Half?
Yeah, half.
They changed the exam just before I got out. It used to be 200 questions. How many is it now?
It's 175, but
that's right. They took 25.
There's a computer-based thing you have to take. You have to do a course. It's a professional military knowledge, whatever EE stands for. So it's like your general Navy shit. So then your exam is like 125 questions of just your rate, and then it's 50 questions from your community or like programs and PDFs and things like that. Half your exam is history. You have the Wright brothers and the Blackbird. What the fuck else could there possibly be to test people on?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Like, what year did we become a real branch?
The Wright brothers and the Blackbird. What the fuck?
And I'll give you one of the Apollo missions. But how many questions? 200? How are you getting 100 questions on Air Force history? What year did we change it from light blue to robin's egg?
That was fucking great.
I mean, I couldn't tell you because I scored lower on that than I did my job test. And my job test is outdated by 17 years.
That's all right. You know, corpsmen get hosed like that in the Navy. She froze. I was gonna say corpsmen get hosed like that in the Navy because like they'll be an X-ray tech, but they have to know like X-ray and oncology and pharmacy and all those other. Yeah. So I imagine like eventually you're just like just Christmas tree this and do admin stuff. And
I don't know. Our retirement ceremony, I was like, are we gonna have to say the Airman's Creed? I was like, do I need to like write that fine print on my hand or something? Because
I went to my last time I got put up for Sailor of the Quarter. I started talking. All right, somebody, whatever. Somebody started talking. I started talking, and they're like, "Are you not going to start with the Sailor's Creed?" And I was like, "I'm just going to go ahead and leave now."
You did that?
No.
I didn't remember it.
Yeah, that's true.
And then some people are like, "Oh, you should always." The same kind of people that are like, "You should always know the Sailor's Creed," or the same people that are always like, "You should always have your uniform updated and ready, your dress uniform updated and ready to go." Bitch, do you get an oil change every time you go to the grocery store? Shut the fuck up. Some information just isn't as relevant. Isn't as fucking relevant every goddamn day. Like, don't get me wrong. I wake up and I roll over and I stretch and I go, no homo, to clear myself for the day. But it's because I work with a bunch of fucking homos like my brother. But I'm not waking up like, I need the Sailor's Creed. I need the Pledge of Allegiance. And I need,
This is one of our viewers. Ready?
Jesus.
We
I
have
don't know, man.
Creed. Like,
Seriously.
Okay, y'all. So that's a retired Lieutenant Colonel Brooks, one of my favorite commanders from Schriever. He's remember all those awful things that happened at Schriever. I told you all about once upon a time ago. Lieutenant Colonel Brooks retired.
Lieutenant Colonel Brooks. I'm just gonna put that up one more time for everyone. We had a Creed. That's so great.
That's Lieutenant Colonel. Great. To be fair, I think it came out like 6-8 years ago, something like that.
Oh, it's not even that old. So again,
yeah, he's a badass human
half
being.
An exam over history.
If y'all ever want to work for satellite ops, I don't know. But like going back to the blues comment, my senior enlisted leader was like, "Hey, Tech Sergeant Hackett, are we wearing blues for your ceremony?" I was like, "Sir, I couldn't fit my fat ass into those if my life depended on it." And he goes,
"This is fucking great.
I am gonna miss your candor." All right, OCPs it is. OCPs it is.
That's funny. That's like when I was
getting
ready to
Josh, we had a fucking Creed.
My fucking chief, when I was getting ready to retire, my chief was like, "Rubino, where's your fucking duty belt?" I was like, "Thank God for drop holsters," because I was not fucking fitting my fucking gun belt around my fucking waist.
Some of the things people find important, I'm just like, you can't even wear your, like, first of all, the audacity that this twice divorced, overweight alcoholic with a receding hairline has to stand in front of me and give me the fucking...
Whoa! Please do not attack me. Do not attack me.
Hey, same here, bro.
You had two. Yeah, you had two. You have two of two out of three. Sorry about that. But the audacity that these people have to stand in front of me and tell me that I'm the piece of shit because my fucking belt is a little bit off center. And be like, "Oh, you don't know the Sailor's Creed?
Fix your gig, sailor."
Yeah, right. You don't know the Sailor's Creed? The fuck is the last time you did a push-up? That your gunt touching the ground? Somebody's ready for an IG complaint.
6.5 years ago.
Yeah, but you have a reason that, dude. Car accident. I was trying to think of something dirty, but I've been drinking.
Something about you
getting.
I got slammed from the front.
There you go. Thank you. See, yeah, you got slammed.
You're welcome. I'm here for you, bud. I'm here for you.
Jeez.
That's just teamwork making the dream work, Billy.
Took it head on.
So I'm fucking cashed out.
There it is.
Bottles cashed.
Oh man, that's sad. That's super sad. Yo, okay. Speaking of alcohol.
Oh, I thought you were going to say taking it head on.
I learned today exactly what an ABC store is. Like, I knew it was for alcohol, but like I didn't know like what all it was about. So I walk in there today because y'all are like, "Yo, we're gonna talk about beers," and I'm like, "Well, shit, I guess I should get a couple cans of beer." So I walk in there, I'm like, "There's no fucking beer in here. There's no beer." So I walk up to the lady and I was like, "Hey, this may sound silly." Yeah, I was like, "This may sound silly, but don't y'all have beer?" And she's like, "Oh no, baby, we only carry the spirits."
Yeah, no shit. Shit.
Okay.
Carolina.
Okay. Do you know how many times I've been called mama today? Like, I don't have any fucking kids. You don't need to call me mama. But it was still cute though. So yeah, grocery stores.
Called you what?
Mama.
Oh.
Yeah, they call you mama.
Like I sat down in a restaurant and they were like, "He's your mini mama," and I'm like, "Okay, all right."
That's in North Carolina.
Kind of miss the South.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Jeannie, remember we were driving around?
I've been on Zillow, by the way.
And
I'm just saying, I've been on Zillow for this area.
Oh, so
All right, anyways.
Remember we were driving around and that fucking Dodge Challenger was in front of us? And what did I tell you? I was like, that's a moonshine runner.
I don't remember. I was driving.
No plates, tinted windows.
Yeah.
That's a moonshine runner.
So
Motherfucker
he
stays
had
in the
plates,
right
but he
lane.
had that black cover over it.
No, Genie, he had no plates. There was no black cover.
No, I saw it. I saw it.
He's like, I synced
You know
it.
what? You're right. I'm fucking stupid.
I synced it.
Continue. Moonshine running.
Moonshine runners. Where I'm at, my community is called Flowers Plantation. Percy Flowers was one of the biggest moonshine runners on the East Coast. And all this land that my neighborhoods is built on, he left to his daughter, and she built up these fucking like higher end gated HOA communities over here off of his fucking moonshine money. But they're still moonshine runners. You'll hear them. You'll see them cutting through the fucking farms at like 2 a.m. just shit's crazy. But they have the fucking ABC, Alcohol Beverage Control Special Police, that are fucking chasing these clowns all over the state of North Carolina. There's a TV show. I think it was called Moonshiners or whatever the fuck it was.
It was called Moonshiners.
Right? Yeah. And most of it's based in North Carolina and Tennessee.
So, Jeannie,
so
if
how do we get some of this moonshine?
Flag him down.
You want me to make a couple of phone calls? Because I got a buddy. Like, I could get gallons of it.
Bet.
I'm being dead serious. You want some apple pie moonshine? I can fucking make a phone call tomorrow morning and get some.
Yeah.
I go for some watermelon moonshine.
Yes. I forgot how to do the S.
I would like some, please.
So, Jeannie, if you're looking at houses on Zillow down there, one of my new favorite things to do is to go on to like Zillow and Redfin and Realtor and underbid houses because they're way over fucking priced, and then argue with the realtor about the value of the house. So like I got there's a place up here that I'm still fighting with. They want $750 for a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,200 square foot on a 1/4 acre. But because it's near the shipyard and it has like, you can see water through the trees. So I went in there, I was like, I'll offer you $130. They're like super upset about the whole thing. And I was like, listen, I'll give you $130 because the tax history is public. And I know what this house used to be worth 15 years ago, which is like $155. And they're like, well, my client or customer agent or whatever it is pretty insulted. I was like, I'm pretty fucking insulted that you're asking, $700 and change for this piece of shit. And they're like, well, he says he knows what he has. I'm like, no, he fucking doesn't. Because if he knew what he had, he knew he'd be fucking overcharging for a shithole. Like, don't get me wrong, I could buy land for like $8, build a hovel, smoke and grow. I could just make a bunch of fucking meth.
That too.
Smoke weed in that whole thing. Burn half of it down and still ask $225 for it. And that's considered reasonable. So no, he doesn't know what the fuck he has. Incidentally, price dropped $125,000 last week. Been on the market over a month. He ain't making his nut. Yeah. So I'm just saying it might work.
Hugh is systematically changing the fucking country's real estate market.
One house at a time. One house at a time.
Hugh for president. Hugh for president.
Oh, I got to think about
I'm writing your name in on the ballot.
Me for
I was going to do William J. Murray, but I think you got my vote.
So if I were to run for president, I would run on a platform of privacy and security. Because I firmly believe the American people should be able to conduct their private personal business without having to worry about people watching what they're doing, tracking what they're doing, trying to like peek through the cracks and everything. You should be 100% secure and comfortable when you are doing whatever it is you want to do in the privacy of your own location, which is why my first, what do you call it? My first something as president. Thank you. My first proclamation, my first act. Thank you. My first act as president would be to mandate that companies.
Genie's your press secretary.
Thank you. My first act as president would be that companies that build bathroom stalls stop with this huge fucking gap on the top and bottom and with the doors. You're gonna go floor
Why
to ceiling,
is the U.S. the only fucking country that has that? Why?
Overlap, actual locks, not this little knob thing that's like this long, but the hole's this fucking deep. I want to take my shit and crank it out at the same time, and I don't need people looking in.
I see Hugh right now. He's in that stall with the crack and intentionally stands up to wipe his ass, but like wipes his ass towards the gap in the doors.
You get what that's the only way to do it.
You get what you get.
Yeah.
That would 100% be my platform. I'll spend 10 fucking minutes talking about privacy and security.
And he makes obnoxious noises when he's in public.
You got to stop building these fucking toilet systems like this. This is absolute fucking anarchy is what we have going. Oh, we're going to save money and material. Suck my dick, money and material. Get fucking plastics, melt them down, and cast 15-foot tall fucking stalls. It's all green eco buildings in these warehouses. They have 15-foot ceilings. You can afford to make a 12-foot tall goddamn stall. Put a fucking vent system in there. Every house has a fart fan. Figure it the fuck out. Can't believe we keep contracting these fucking people. Listen, I just want to take a comfortable shit at work, but I can't fucking do that because the military industrial complex is buying these little fucking panels and putting them to a lock like this. Like this? If you put this on women's bathroom during the Me Too movement, you'd be a fucking heretic. But no, we'll just put them in every goddamn working location in the fucking United States. Meanwhile, you go to Europe, it's like, good God, lock that thing up. Like, I'm fucking busy in here.
Oh my God! Fuck you! Holy shit! I know you're so passionate about a fucking shitter.
List of things that I really do care about. It's a small list of things I care about.
Oh, fuck!
Also, second on that list.
You got my vote.
Second on that list. If you've ever been to Janique's house, ain't no more of this single ply Kuwaiti toilet paper bullshit. Okay, minimum double ply. Minimum double ply. We're not splitting ply up to save fucking money.
Do not tell me she uses single ply.
Oh yeah, it's like wiping your ass with sandpaper at their place. I love her.
You can get double ply Kirkland that's the same as Angel Soft.
Yeah. Yeah.
For less than what you can get a big ass thing of single ply for.
Shit paper.
Yeah, dude, fucking shit paper.
These are important things.
Like listen, the I'm saving money is up there with people who type you instead of you or R instead of ARE.
What was that?
Like, what are you doing with that time? What are you doing abbreviating these dumbass fucking words? What are you doing with it?
Looking at porn on my phone.
Anyway, back to reality. You're not saving enough money splitting 2-ply in half and charging people by the fucking roll, okay? You're not saving money building panels of fucking... You still break... Like, it breaks. You got to repair it. You're not making any fucking money. Get a new business plan.
You know what I love about this show as I'm waving my empty fucking liquor bottle? That this show has progressively gotten more fucking aggressive as we're going because we're all sitting here systematically just fucking being fucking veterans and fucking just drinking. Like, it's just fucking...
I have a whole other...
If you go back when we publish this tomorrow to all the podcast platforms, thank you very much, Apple, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Anyway, when you listen to it on those tomorrow, you'll understand that it's very quiet and calm in the beginning, and then when you get to fucking about minute 46, it gets very fucking aggressive.
I got a whole thing about stop signs too if we got enough time.
Let's go. Dude, why are you holding back, bro? We're not stopping
Full
you.
sin,
We're not
homie.
stopping
Full
you.
Fucking sin. Let's hear it. I'm here.
Before stop signs.
There's notebooks in here. As your press secretary, I will take notes.
Before we get into that, fucking roundabouts. America.
America.
Stop speeding into the roundabout, you fucking cunts. You ease into the roundabout.
I second that motion.
Everybody gets a turn. No one cares where you're going, and you'll never, ever matter enough that you need that time. Let people in.
Making awkwardly aggressive eye contact with all our viewers.
Hold on.
So stop signs.
Hugh, I just want to matter. I want to matter.
Tough shit.
Oh, shit.
You're never gonna matter. You're never gonna matter.
You drive into these fucking neighborhoods, right, that are gentrified, which basically means just a lot of white people. It's like when everybody says, like, oh yeah, I grew up in a really safe neighborhood. We get it. It was not diverse. Stop signs, it's like a stop sign, no stop sign, stop sign. And then if you go the other way, it's no stop sign, no stop sign. Stop it. Stop signs in one direction only. It's absolute horse shit. People got places to fucking be. Or put a fucking yield sign there. Yield. Oh, you got a stop sign? Fucking. Now, you know what? Fuck yield signs. I've changed my mind already.
Hold on.
This fucking.
How are you going to ask folk to properly use a roundabout and then turn around and say properly use yield signs?
Get rid of the yield signs entirely. I'll fucking run all of us off the road. In a neighborhood, though, like, in a neighborhood, right? Like, you're coming to an intersection. No stop sign. Cool. You got the right of way. but then the next one has a stop sign. Why? Just make them all go the same direction. All the stop signs are going this way or this way. What is this every other fucking road bullshit?
Dude,
People got fucking places to be. No wonder it takes a fucking hour to go 20 miles because there are all these fucking stop signs everywhere. Or even worse, you come to like a spot like in Massachusetts down by down there by the Free Jack Stadium in Quincy. There's this piece of shit fucking triangle thing in the middle of the road, right? And so you can go straight or you can go this way. Then you go straight, you can go this way, or you can go straight, you can go this way. There's like 6 fucking stop signs. One of them's got to fucking yield. Why are there fucking stop signs?
What I don't like is the fucking overpasses with that diamond pattern shit where you do
That's a yield. Go on.
The fucking weave bullshit that they're putting in everywhere over here.
Fuck is this?
Oh, she just didn't want. She
just
didn't
want to be on the
show anymore.
What did Katie say? I have a neighborhood. I think neighborhood's one word.
Let's see. I have a neighborhood with 4 ways with no stop signs to be seen. Oh,
good. Now it's fucking Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Jean's trying to get back on. She
Welcome
lost
back,
her signal.
I just made Katie pretty uncomfortable.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Yeah, you got 4 ways with no stop signs. I'm here for that.
But I don't like the diamond shit.
Got headlights.
Yeah, I mean that's true. That's true. God, dude, you're just so fucking passionately angry about shit. It's fucking great.
Here's the thing. I don't have kids. All right, I'm not close to my parents. Well, because I don't care about those other issues other people care about, like who's running for school district and like whether or not Social Security is going to be available for my parents or whatever.
Yep,
I don't care about that kind of stuff. I care about what affects me daily and what affects everyone else daily. That like once you're out of the situation, you don't really think about.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, that's
those
a good
are
point.
the things I care about. Like, I don't want to pay taxes for fucking public school. What do I give a shit? Public school sucks. Everybody's taking their kids out and putting them in Catholic school, which is really uncomfortable if you're going to start reading some of the jokes that I post online. But I want my tax. I think you should be able to pick where your tax dollars go to. Like, I want to know that tax dollars are going towards not entirely road repair. I say that very loosely because the Romans built concrete with salt water and their shit's still standing. Meanwhile, my shit gets fucking re-asphalted every couple of years. But you get the point. I want it to go to certain infrastructure. I want my taxes to go to certain stuff. I don't give a shit if it goes towards fucking social welfare programs or fucking kids' schools or public schools or churches or food drives or whatever else. I'll donate my time and effort and money to that if I want to. It's just like we're going to go to the store and they're like, you want to donate $1 to cancer? No, we've been doing it for 70 fucking years. I want to know that my dollar is going to do something worthwhile. Also, you're not getting a tip. No, I don't want plastic. I brought my own bags because that's the kind of community we live in now.
Well, thank you everyone for listening.
Dark days. And that was your public service announcement from Hugh Borchers.
Yeah, Hugh for president. Hashtag 20.
Dude, it's so funny.
30.
So, Jeannie, real quick before we close this out, how are you? How are you enjoying your civilian life so far?
Yes.
Good talk, Jeannie. Good.
Thank you. I'm here for you.
That was
no, things been pretty cool. I'm stressing about my dog.
9 days
so I may have to. Last Monday.
Yeah.
So however many days that is. Yeah. Stressing about my dogs. I'm probably gonna have to end my trip and head back.
When?
Soon. Like, I don't know. If I don't. Yeah. If I don't have somebody that I can like find to actually be with them more than like just to feed them, I'll probably head back on Sunday.
Oh, that fucking blows.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Yeah.
Is there no like place you can board them by chance? Like a good place?
It would cost thousands.
I believe it. It's ridiculous.
It's unfortunate. Yeah, there's I know a good kennel down here.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks.
Top 3 worst types of people in the world: communists, people who want to actually take care of your dogs, and people who tell you to come see them after you've been driving for 38 hours.
Oh, dude. Jeannie, I saw your comment. No. I saw your fucking comment online, Jeannie. I saw your fucking comment online.
You're telling me that you drove all.
I don't even know what comment. I don't even know what comment you're talking about. But like legit, somebody was like, "Hey, come visit me here," and I was like, "Oh." But it's like an hour out of the way. And this person was like, I drive an hour to work one way every day. And I was like, I mean, I just drove 1,800 miles
You know what I'm
and have
saying?
another 2,500 to go. But all right.
Yeah. Or people
Okay.
You
like,
tell those people to fuck
Okay.
off. That's what
I'll
it
let
is.
you
Just tell
know
them
it's
to fuck
it's
off.
kind of the busy
And that
time.
person is military too. You would think that they know.
Fuck off hard then.
People
Fuck
are
off
like,
really hard.
Yeah.
oh, it's only, I'll let you know it's kind of busy this time of year. Motherfuckers, your kids can miss one thing. You can miss one of your kids' things.
Yes.
They're not like your
See,
kids are not.
I wouldn't ask my friends to disrupt their routine.
I'm
I'm not
not
going to do that.
No, I'm not saying
No,
you
I
ask
know the
them.
point you're trying to. I know the point you're trying
you
to
ask
make.
them. I'm saying like, hey, you did all this travel, and they're like, oh, are you gonna make it? No, but I'm gonna be like an hour from there if you can make time. And they respond with, oh, I don't think so because such and such activity is in full swing. Your kids are not state champions. They're not doing. They're not going to college on those scholarships. Okay, just drive the hour. They're gonna forgive you. That's dedication. They want to know that you can love other people. It's ridiculous. Is what
One of my friends earlier today was telling me about yeah, she was telling me about her daughter's like little like itty bitty soccer team, right? And the head of this like soccer team or whatever is like asking all these people for all kinds of money. And like first they're asking about jerseys, they end up getting sponsors, they got the jerseys, and then they're like, okay, well they need shoes and pants and all this. And all the parents are like, no, that was the point of like getting sponsored. And then they were like, okay, well, let's get money for a plaque to send to the sponsors as a thank you. No. If we had money to get them a plaque, we'd have got them the shirts. And then it turned into, oh, we're going to hire a photographer and lowest package is $40. Again, you're asking more than what we could have paid for the fucking shirts. And we couldn't do that. And then it turned into, oh, you need to chip in money to get a personalized trophy for for your own kids.
No.
And the answer again was no. She goes, they didn't even fucking win. They just wanted to get them participation trophies.
Good.
She's like, no.
Yeah,
and her husband was like, yeah, don't bother. Her husband was like, don't bother getting my daughter one because she didn't win.
Hell yeah, bro.
I did that with my kid's soccer team during the tournament. They were like, oh, we're going to give out medals to everyone. I was like, you can keep my team's medals.
No.
We came in second.
It's kids sports. Like if you're, I'll start with like 7th or 8th grade. 7th or 8th grade, you start pitching in money for like new gear.
Absolutely.
More training, more practices, right?
Especially
if they're good at it.
Eighth grade, you can start getting scouts can hint at your possibility of college.
So
they can't scout you, but they can
playing.
They can get your name
or participating in activities for X many years. And you're like, oh, this is fun. I'm going to keep doing this. You have a serious conversation with your child. Hey, is this something you want to keep doing? Because we will start putting more money into it. 7th and 8th grade comes around. All right, cool. Let's go to some tournaments. You start traveling and doing more shit.
100%.
But if your fuck trophy is under 7th grade and is just in participation mode in sports, it can afford to miss an event or two if your friend just traveled 1,800 fucking miles.
Also,
and if not, stop pretending you're that important.
Yes. And also on the other end of it, with the awards, like my daughter's soccer team won the championship for a tournament.
Nice.
So you get fucking medals, and I praised them. I took the whole fucking team out to fucking dinner, paid for the whole fucking thing. But the next year we came in second. And they're like, Coach, we going out to dinner? I was like, at your fucking house with your family.
The fuck for?
Because I ain't paying for shit. You know why? Because you didn't win a fucking thing. You were the first loser.
You were the first.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I told the kid
I told my friend.
I told that kid in front of their parents. I said, we're not going anywhere. You guys were the first losers. We don't praise that here. See you guys next season.
Oh, God.
And
first, second, third is valuable. But agree to disagree. So I told my friend, I was like, you know what you should do is have 2 separate walls. One with all the legitimate wins, and then the other wall, but you would name it scrap metal that parents gave to me because they didn't want to hurt my feelings.
I loved every word of that statement.
Or wall of fucking losers.
I love every part of that. That's fucking perfect. If you're gonna have a fucking wall where you hang shit on, it needs to be stuff that you earned and stuff that the community is stuff that other bitches on the internet said you deserved.
Yes, 100%. This fucking
fucking
every
awesome.
participation trophy bullshit.
I love it.
I don't do it. It's no. It doesn't.
Like, there's nothing wrong with a certificate. Like, thank you for your participation in
Yeah.
the 2024 soccer league. Blah blah blah.
Sure.
Cool. Piece of paper.
Yeah.
Here you go.
That's perfect.
To acknowledge that you were a part of this.
But you ain't
Yeah,
getting
But
just
as
like,
far as, like,
thanks for participating.
I'm not going to
in the
drop
fucking-
$40 on a trophy.
Fuck
Nope.
no.
No,
Not
especially in
everybody
that age
wins.
group.
You should have a fucking trophy shelf filled with trophies that you fucking earned because you busted your ass in that fucking sport and your team excelled.
Or
That's
you're
it.
like me and you literally bust your ass. Like,
That's a different podcast.
yeah.
That's a different
Oh.
podcast.
My bad.
As
does
much
that
as
one
I would love
start?
to keep this going, I'm
No.
getting quite hammered, and I'm
Yes.
almost out of my drink. And I
Same
will
here.
refill it and keep going, but I think after that point, it's going to be a little bit more of the.
Yeah, we don't want to
Yeah.
have that, Hugh.
Good
Go back to
inhale.
episode 84.
Good stuff.
But
Well,
all right,
I appreciate
everyone.
y'all having me on tonight.
Oh, absolutely, Jeannie. And again, congratulations on your retirement. Thank you for letting us be a part of that. It was pretty fucking awesome.
No,
to be able
thank
to
you all
stream
for
that.
even offering it. Like,
Yeah, it was
that
it was definitely
that
awesome.
made it. That
Yeah,
made it.
one more thing. I want a little safe route, a little alibi here. Billy, I put some fucking gold into those comments that I
Yes.
hear
He
you were
did,
in charge
though.
of,
He did. He
Yes, he
did.
did.
and not very many of them made the screen. What's up with that, huh? What's up with
Oh
that,
yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Not
It's
all
okay.
of them, but
I
I had
went
to,
through and read all the
we
comments.
went, yes,
every
we
single
went
one
through
of
and read
them.
all the comments,
Okay.
and people commented on
Okay.
your comments. You should go
Okay.
back and review
Yeah.
those.
Mhm. Okay.
But anyway,
Right.
everyone listen, please. We are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Go follow and like all those, please. It's very, very important to us. We are trying to get this back up and going and growing again and trying to get out there and help the veteran communities as much as possible and just have great conversations like the one you've listened to tonight. Also, check out our Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, and iHeartRadio. We will be on all those here shortly. And I am working on our website to get that back up and running, and we will have a guest form to fill out, and we also have an email list coming out here soon. So it's going to get more involved. We're actually going to, it took a couple of years, but Hugh and I have finally figured out where we wanted to go and figured out the good and the bad. We've tried a lot of different things, and we finally got a flow going. So it's going to be pretty fucking awesome. But we appreciate all your support, and we will see you guys next time. Y'all take it easy. Have a great night.
Good to see you guys.